Good morning and welcome to Strengths and Balance with me, Hannah. I am a senior fitness instructor with Stonebridge Community Services, and I'm happy that you've chosen to watch this workout, join this workout with me this morning. Zoom Strength and Balance workouts are about 35 minutes in length. We will warm up. We'll do some strength exercises using a mixture of body weight and also some small hand weights. I use a 2, 3, or a 5 would all be fine. Alternatively, you can use some evenly weighted objects from around your home, like soup cans, water bottles. You can also just completely forego the weights. Don't use the weights at all. That's fine too. If you do the movements with pretend weights, that works fine too, especially if you're just beginning. If maybe things aren't feeling wonderful today, sometimes a little bit of gentle movement is better than trying to push through and use that extra resistance that the weights give us. So yeah, we'll do some strength exercises, we'll work on our balance together, and then we'll have a little stretch at the end. So as far as equipment goes, you'll just need those weights if applicable, if you're going to use them. I like to have some water handy. A chair is also handy, so I use my chair for some balance. A couple of our stretches will be seated at the end. And another thing today, being close to a wall is going to be handy for one of our exercises, where we're going to position ourselves kind of into a small incline. Having the wall would be really handy. So I think that's all that I want to say. Please feel free to unmute yourselves and shout out anything while we go along. Let's stand up and we'll warm up to begin with. I just need to tilt my camera. Oh, I can't do it. That's fine. All right, let's stand up nice and tall, and we'll start with our warm-up. We'll begin by marching on the spot. So like I said, standing up tall, picking up those feet, and letting those arms move forwards and backwards, nice and easy. Shoulders are relaxed, and we're looking up and ahead. Let's take our shoulders up towards our ears and slowly relax them down. We'll do this a few times here. Pull the shoulders up and relax down. Shoulders up and down. Good. A couple more. Lift and lower those shoulders. And again, lift and lower. Let's roll our shoulders now, taking them one at a time. We'll make some nice circles backwards. Good, nice and slowly. Good, and then we'll roll our shoulders forwards. Again, nice and slowly. Once more each side. Good, let's bring those arms out to the sides. Make some little circles here. Good, and back in the other direction. I'm a little bit close to the wall. Let's move my camera over. There we go. There. Good, and we'll wiggle our fingers now and then reach those hands forwards like we're swimming. Nice big circle forwards. Good, nice and slowly. Now let's go back in the other direction. Big circles backwards. And relax those arms, give them a shake. Okay, let's take one foot and we're going to tap our toes on the ground. So keep that heel still Keep that heel on the floor, and we're lifting and lowering, tapping those toes. Let's pick our hands up and we'll tap those fingers to your thumb. Great, a few more all the way around. And let's switch to the other foot. Tap those toes, and I want you to circle your wrists. In the other direction. Good. Switch to that first side, and now we'll tap our toe and our heel. Toe and heel. And let's add those bicep curls. So we're standing nice and tall. Toe and heel, and toe and heel. Looking up and ahead. Good. And as we tap that heel, we're pulling that toe right up to the ceiling. Good, and let's switch to the other side. Toe and heel. Toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, and heel. Good. What else do I want to do? I'm going to stand up tall, feet hip width apart here, and we'll circle our hips. So get those hips all nice and warmed up too. Not too fast. Nice big circle. And back in that other direction. Very good. Back to center, and you can pause. Good. Let's begin. We're going to pick up our weights. We're going to do a squat and a bicep curl, kind of all at once. So let's hold our weights just at our sides. We don't need, not the palms facing forward, but the palms facing your legs, so facing your body. We're going to, let's think, as we squat down, we're going to pick up those weights. And as we stand up, we're going to lower them down. So as we lower, the weights will come up. And as we stand, the weights will go down. So they're kind of doing the opposite thing. So a little bit of a brain exercise here too. So we're standing up with our feet hip width apart, our arms with those weights at our sides. We're going to take a nice deep breath to, we'll take a big inhale, a big exhale to begin. And then as we lower down, we're thinking about inhaling. So take a nice deep breath here. And we'll exhale. Good. And as we inhale now, pick up those weights. Exhale, stand up. Good. Slowly down. Great. Inhale as we lower. Exhale as we stand up. Good. We'll do 2 more of these. And again. Good. I really enjoy putting like a lower body and an upper body movement together. It makes it, that kind of thing is really good if you're short on time, if you just want, you know, like a quick workout and you want to get all the things done at once. It's really fun for that. And also, yeah, a nice level of challenge. So let's pick up our weights. We're going to hold up those elbows, and we're going to stand as if we are doing a goalpost, making a goalpost shape. And let's bring our elbows and our hands together, and then open up together and apart. Good. Bring those hands together nice and slowly. And open up. Good. Keep those elbows high if you can. And again. Good, relax those arms down. Let's pop the weights down for now. And we're going to do an exercise with no weights. We're going to do a curtsy. So a curtsy is kind of a cross between a squat and a lunge, I would say. We're going to take it slowly. So we'll stand up tall to start with. It's a lower body movement, as the name probably implies. So let's take our right leg to start. I'm going to step that right leg diagonally back behind your left. Sink down. Stand up again. Let's bring that foot out, back to center. And then you take the left foot. You step back diagonally so that foot is in line with the front foot. Sink down and stand up. It looks like a curtsy, as the name probably implies. So let's do a few of these here. Just taking it nice and slowly, bending those knees as much as you feel comfortable. Good. Good. Nice and slow. Let's do 2 more each side. So 4 more altogether. That's 2. Here's 3. And 4. Good. All right. Well, now is the time that we'll need the wall. If you remember at the beginning, I said that we would need a wall for one exercise. This is it. We're going to plank against the wall. We're using the wall as our support furniture, as our piece of equipment. So let's stand up tall, have our arms straight out in front of us, flat against the wall. So yeah, you're an arm's length away. Let's take 1 step back, and I have feet are further away from the wall than your head. And we're going to hold here for about 30 seconds. Taking some nice deep breaths. Let's pull that belly button in towards your spine. So you feel those core muscles really working and engaging. Thinking about having a nice straight line from your tailbone all the way to the top of your head. So that means not looking down at your feet and not looking up at the ceiling, but just looking straight in between your hands. We're going to hold here for another 5 seconds. Good, and we'll stand up. Excellent. We'll pick the weights up again, and we're going to hold them now up here near our shoulders. We're going to do some heel raises. So this is another like 2 movements in one. We're going to come up onto our tiptoes, and as we come up onto tiptoes, you're going to push those weights straight up overhead and then slowly lower down to heels. Now this is tricky for balance. When you've done heel raises before, you find that you need the support of a piece of furniture or you need a hand on the wall for your balance, then you're going to do this one-handed. So have a hand free to support you, and as you come up, push the one weight up, and as you lower down, lower just the one side, and then halfway through I'll prompt you to switch hands, switch yourself around. If you're very confident in your balance and you think you can manage both hands at the same time, then that's what we'll do. So here we go, up onto tiptoes, push those weights up, slowly lower down. It is tricky for balance, so if you start with 2 weights and you feel like, oh no, that's not for me, so pop one down and use the support furniture. Good. Now if you're doing one arm at a time, now is the time to switch that weight into the other hand. I'll give you a moment, and then let's go again. Let's do 2 more. It's challenging for the shoulders, that's for sure. Good, and relax those arms down. We can put one weight down. I'm going to hold the second one here at your chest, or, kind of at your belly button. Feet are hip width apart. We're going to do a rotation of our upper body. So we're going to move from one side to the other. We do this exercise a lot, but I really like it. So nice and slowly, we're thinking about moving from the shoulders, bringing those shoulders to face the wall to the side of you. And you'll see my hips stay facing forward for the most part. Not too much movement through my hips, just all in that upper body. Good, and the other way. 1 and 2. Good, back to center. All right, a quick drink here. And then let's do that all again. Hands at your sides. We're doing the squat with the bicep curl. Remember, as we sink down into the squat, that's when we pick the weights up. And when we stand up, we'll lower the weights. So here we go. Sinking down nice and slowly, standing straight up. Good, nice and slow. And last one. Perfect. So the upper body now, we're going to hold our weights up in this goalpost position. Bring those hands and elbows towards each other and away. Good. Good, nice and slowly. Keeping those elbows high as you can. And one more. Good, and slowly lower those weights down. Let's pop pop both weights down. We'll work on our curtsy. So standing tall, feet hip width apart, with this diagonal step behind you, and then sinking down almost into a bit of a squat, lunge type movement. So lowering those knees towards the floor and just as close to the ground as you are comfortable. So bend your knees as much as that feels comfortable for you. Stand nice and tall to start with, and let's step back and sink into that little curtsy. Good. Good, nice and slowly. And let's think about keeping that chest really nice and tall. Good, last one. Great. Let's come to the wall. So standing up against the wall, arms length away. Let's take one step back. So our head is closer than our feet. Pull that belly button in towards your thigh. So we're engaging those core muscles, and let's hold this here for 30 seconds. Remember what we talked about with that head position. So you're looking at a point in between your hands, not at the floor and not up to the ceiling. Good, nice deep breaths here. And let's relax. Excellent, that was 30 seconds. Pick up 1 or 2 weights now, depending on how confident you are with your balance. We're going to work on those heel raises, where we push those weights up overhead as we stand up. So you can do one hand at a time, or you can do both, depending on how much you need to hold on for balance. So pick that hand or both hands up to around shoulder height here. And as you push up onto tiptoes, push those weights up overhead, slowly lower down. If you're doing one hand at a time, I will prompt you at the halfway point to switch sides. Good. And switch sides. I'll give you a moment. And then again. And one more. Excellent. And relax those arms. We're going to grab one weight. Stand with our feet hip width apart, and let's rotate that up. Good. One side, and then the other. Starting to rain here. Good. Nice and slowly moving those shoulders. Once more, each direction. And back to center. Good. And then relax that weight. Excellent, everybody. All right, let's have a quick drink and then we're on to balance. Good. So to start with, let's have our feet nice and close together. Oh, I should say before we start, if when we're balancing, we always want to be close to a piece of support furniture. So either a chair, you can't see, but I have a chair just off camera here. The wall, which I always use, your kitchen table, the island or the counter, back of the sofa, a sturdy chair works really well. So make sure you're within an arm's reach of something like that. A piece of furniture that can support you should you need it. So feet flat on the floor. Deep breath, standing nice and tall here. We will, oh, excuse me. Lift one arm to the ceiling. And then the other. And let those feet be nice and relaxed, really pressing those feet into the ground. Bring those arms out to the side. I'm going to reach one forwards and one backwards. And the same thing in the other direction. And back to center. And relax those arms. Good. Let's stand. Let's stand. Stand so you're within an arm's reach of your support furniture, which I kind of still am. I just want to stand at this angle so you can see me really well. We're going to start working on our left leg. So my left leg takes my weight, little bend of that knee. I'm going to tap that right heel forwards here. And then we'll lift that right heel up. And stand nice and tall, not too much, keeping that heel pretty close to the floor. Just need a little bit of space. We'll lift one arm forwards. And the other, if you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And arms down. And let's try the other side. So weight on your right leg, little bend of that knee, tap the left heel forwards, standing tall, we'll lift that left heel off the ground. Lifting one arm, and the other if you can, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Excellent. I'm going to turn this way, but you can still be facing me. Again, I just want you to be able to see me properly. Weight on my right leg. So my right foot's nice and relaxed. I'm going to lift my left foot up behind me. So bending at the knee so my foot is out behind me. And I want it like that so that I can circle this ankle as I balance. So I'm holding onto the wall here. Really getting that foot on the ground to relax. And then circling this ankle in both directions. Good. Oh, a little wobbly. We'll stand on our left leg now and take the right foot up behind you. And again, we'll circle the ankle here. Good, and back in the other direction. Good, and relax that foot to the floor. Excellent. We'll move around a little bit here. We're going to tightrope, and then we're going to tiptoe. So to start with, we'll tightrope, we'll go forwards and backwards, a few steps in each direction. And to remind you, tightrope is where we take those heel to toe steps. Forwards and backwards, feet as close as they can be. And we want to be moving nice and slowly. Good, and once you've gone forwards and backwards, let's pop up onto tiptoes. Take some tiny little tiptoe steps. Forwards. And backwards, and lower down. And let's try again. Forwards. With that tightrope. And backwards. Good, up onto tiptoes. Forwards, teeny bit. And backwards. And relax. And we'll do it again. Forwards and backwards. And up onto tiptoes. Forwards. And backwards. And relax. Good. Let's do it one more time, actually. I quite like it. Good, nice and slowly. Once more with that tiptoe. Not too fast. It's easier to go quicker and relax those heels down. Good. One more for balance. Let's take those hands up into a Y shape. We're going to stand on our right leg and lift the left. You'll see my left foot is hardly off the floor, and that makes it so much easier than trying to lift that leg very high. We'll hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then onto the left foot, lift the right. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And relax those feet. All right, it's time to stretch. Let's take one arm across your body and we'll hold it here. And we're going to take some nice deep breaths as we stretch. Good. And the other. Good, and relax. Let's link those fingers, press away from your body. Good, and relax. And then we're going to have a seat. So sitting back in our chair, we're going to pull one knee in towards your chest. And let's circle your ankle here, nice and slowly. And back in the other direction. Good, and relax that foot. And let's switch to the other side. Pull the knee in, circle your ankle. And in the other direction as well. Good. Just going to turn my chair facing you a little bit better. We're going to sit up nice and tall. And then let's bring that chin down towards your chest. Good, looking up, we're going to bring our ear to our shoulder. And the other way, nice and slowly. Good, back to center, take your chin to your shoulder. And the other way. Back to center again. Let's stand up. Take our hands, reach behind us, reach for the back of the room. Stretch your fingers right out. Squeeze your shoulders together. Take a nice deep breath. And then exhale. Wrap those arms around yourself. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze. Pat on the back. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for starting your weekend, I guess, with me. I hope to see lots of you next week too. Have a good one.
Thanks, Hannah.
You're so welcome.
Thanks, Hannah.
No problem, friends.
Thank you.
See you on Monday, maybe.